153 for 9. Good morning. Good morning, people. What a morning so far. What are your comments on the morning? Just an interesting fact. I don't think any wickets, guys, have been taken in the first hour of play. So obviously that could be the effect of the heavy roller, I suppose. So I guess maybe that was in South Africa's favour, but still, yeah, Maharaj steps out there just to negate or neutralise any type of movement because he's on fire here, deputy. Which, guys, it's quite interesting that Siraj, he hasn't bowled at all in this innings. I think he didn't bowl yesterday. Yeah, so Rahul, like I said, no wickets has been taken in the first hour of play. So obviously, I think that's something to keep in mind, that when India comes out to bat, that first 10 overs is going to be key. They're probably going to have to try and get as many runs as they can. Oh my, that's a snorter. Guys, Siraj, please tell me, what do you think about the fact that Siraj, he hasn't bowled. This is his first time bowling. I think this game is wide open now. I said yesterday, if we can get to 3 figures, I'd be incredibly happy, because the moment something becomes more than 100 on a pitch like this, right? I mean, India would still have a little bit of a haunting feeling. What was that, 147 against New Zealand? And how much did you get? I think you ended up getting about 120. And I got to tell you, this pitch is a lot tougher than that one. I don't think India bowled particularly bad. I think conditions were on South Africa's side, and South Africa didn't do anything stupid for that first hour, because maybe oh, there we go, guys. That's it. Yes, 53 overs. He's in here bowling reverse swing. I mean, that's it, I think. 123 for South Africa. Yeah, that's gone. Look, I'm happy. I think 123, if you told me yesterday that South Africa is going to get more than 120, I would be like, yes, please. But I mean, in the first innings, right, the ball started reverse swinging somewhere. Yeah, that's done. That's gone, guys. The ball started reverse swinging around 35 overs. So I'm just surprised that it took India this long to bring in Siraj. But anyway, I'm not going to complain about it. Yeah, Timber, look, it was beautiful of the crowd, I think, to stand up, give him a standing ovation. He deserves it. Getting a 50 on this pitch it's like 100, guys. Yeah, so interesting now. Okay, so India will get that heavy roller on. They'll have 30 minutes here, I think. But this could count in South Africa's favor as well, because I feel like maybe India wouldn't want to take too many risks now, because it is 30 minutes before lunch. But the moment the 10 overs pass, the pitch really starts coming into play. So play well. Who is YBJ? Who is YBJ, guys? Look, there's a huge difference between T20 cricket and ODI and Test cricket. I'm of the opinion that there are very few players that are all format players. And for me, Temba specializes in the longer formats. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like sometimes we try and push players to play all 3 formats, and there are very few players that can actually do that. Yashaswi Jaiswal. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, interesting. How is Jaiswal going to play? Is he going to be one of those guys that is going to be ultra aggressive? Yeah, yeah, that's a fantastic delivery by Mohammad Siraj there. Yeah, I'm just wondering, these small moments in the match, right, where I said yesterday, South Africa's first bowling innings. Again, now we'll see. Are they going to do the same thing? Are we going to start with Mulder and Jansen? Or are we going to give the ball to Corbin Bosch, which is what I'm thinking we should do. I think it should be Jansen and Corbin Bosch. We need to get the pace up, and we need to see if we can nip a couple of balls back into the stumps. Yeah, the crowd is absolutely packed again. Yes, Yashaswi. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to go for the heavy roller here, definitely. Yes. Look, I got to give a lot of credit to Corbin Bosch. If you know me, you know that he's one of my absolute favorites. I think Corbin supported Bavuma really well. I think Simon Harmer was also very good, even though, guys, it's 7 runs, but he was there for 20 balls. You know, he was there supporting Bavuma. So every little tiny contribution, I feel it really, really helps. Should go with Bosch. Yeah, I agree. Start with spin. That's not the worst plan, I got to tell you. Both of them are very experienced. They can bowl with a new ball as well. Yes, this game is wide open. Yes, Sunny Gavaskar was also saying that India are effectively 1 down. So I do think that makes a difference because, you know, Shubman Gill is the type of guy that can apply himself. He can stick it out, I feel, like Bavuma did. So that's maybe 30, 40 runs, 50 maybe, who knows? But it's at least a 40 runs there that I feel that India, you know, without Shubman Gill there, need to bat just now, Markham. Yeah. So see, now all of a sudden the 57 that Aiden and Rickleton also got, it could be quite vital as well. Yeah, we only made 160 in that first innings. Yeah, guys, this is, look, whoever wins here now, I feel like it's going to be quite a exciting end to this test match. Bavuma's innings shows if Rahul bats the same way he batted in the first innings, easy win. Yeah, but look, I mean, I don't think 20 runs from 120 balls is going to work here. Because here's the other thing for you. After lunch, I think the last hour of session 2, and then obviously the last session, I think is pretty tough to bat. So India would also not, you know, they wouldn't want to. The one thing I will say, guys, is that you look at Corbin's innings, you look at Simon Harmer's innings, they weren't just there blocking the ball, right? You saw how Simon Harmer even moved around the crease. He was stepping into Bumrah a little bit, just showing that intent to get the singles, which I think is important. I don't think you could just stand there on the crease and block, which is what Sundar and KL did in the their first batting innings, India's first batting innings. So it's going to be interesting for me. It's going to be interesting for me to see India's approach, but I don't think you can just stand there and block. I feel like you need to be looking for those singles. It doesn't have to be looking for 4s and 6s. You just got to try and keep rotating the strike because that obviously annoys bowlers. So ABD and Klaasen for me are 2 completely different players. I mean, you know, it's always difficult for me with Klaasen and ABD because Klaasen retired really early from Test cricket. I would have loved to see him play a bit more Test cricket, where ABD was an all-format, I can almost call it all-format specialist. You all saw he could play the quick innings, you know, he could accelerate, but he could also play those tough innings where your strike rate is like -20 and he's there and he does the job for the team. So just, I think 6-hitter Klaasen is just a different player, right? He's more on the back foot against spin, then he's more a down the ground kind of guy, where ABD could access, you know, he's Mr. 360, right? Harmer sweeps kind of. You mean Corbin Bosch? I thought Corbin Bosch played. It was a really well thought out innings. I think he was there to support Temba. He got the singles, but then if any of the Indian bowlers overpitched, you know, he was there to smack it. Will be very important as they can just tear the match apart. Yeah, and South Africa would feel it's going to be interesting to see our fielding plans. I think now that we've got, yeah, cheers, good morning to you guys as well. This is still my first coffee. I had Korean food last night, and I don't know, sometimes it's just a bit salty, and so it makes me so thirsty. So I had almost like a liter of water this morning. I don't think. Look, I think whatever happens here, South Africa winning or losing, if we win, we shouldn't be complacent and say, you know what, we're going to go with the same 11. If we lose, well, still, I do think we need some changes, but don't have any contact or email or social media. Impact Cricket Council. You can find me on Instagram, Cape Town Cricket Queen. My email is there on my profile. So go to my Instagram, Cape Town Cricket Queen. My email is there. You'll find it there. In SA, it is now pretty much 1 minute away from 7:30 a.m. So every morning now, I have woken up at 5:55 just to get some of those good vibes, good angels. Guys, let's be nice to each other here. I know this is a stressful situation now. I think South Africa getting over that 100 mark, it gives us a little bit of room to play, and India would feel, well, South Africa actually got 153, so we could chase 123. So this is what I'm saying, Mel. All eyes for me are going to be on Keshav Maharaj, because I don't feel like his plans, I don't feel like his execution maybe was... Look, Maharaj sets himself really high standards, and I don't think he was even 60% at that level. So wake up at 4. I woke up also at like 4:30 a.m. because remember, South Africa, you guys are 3.5 hours ahead. So you always get the better end of the stick when it comes to test match cricket. But I do say, as a South African, I'm quite lucky. But I feel sorry for Australia because they can almost watch nothing. But they can watch this now. A couple of Australians I know are watching this test match. Guys, what is with all this attacking each other? It's too early for this stuff, guys. It's 7:30 in the morning, please. I can't be your mother now here and tell you to stop doing this and stop doing that. I played 3 balls, one of them. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something as well. I don't think Maharaj is as comfortable batting at number 11 than he is batting at number 9 or 10 or 8, because it's more stressful to be the last wicket. So that's another reason where I'm saying bring in an Andre Berger. If Rabada is obviously fit, we really do hope so, then Kesh bats at number 9 maybe, and I think that's a position that suits him a lot better. I'm not calling a winner here at all, because this is still day 3. These first 10 overs, like I said, is going to be vital. And Maharaj's spell, yes, because I feel like Harmer knows exactly what it is that he wants to do on this pitch. Does Kesh. And look, Harmer is the weapon against those all of your left-handed batters. Thank you, Samir. Yeah, I do love this game. I love Test cricket. It's my favorite format by a mile, especially when it's this exciting. Guys, here's the big question now for South Africa is... okay, I'm just hearing here what Sean Pollock is saying in my ear, guys. He's saying Jansen and a spinner. So that's very interesting. He's saying Jansen and a spinner. I really, really want to give Corbin Bosch that new ball, but then also what I'm thinking now is, because he's so quick, we could leak maybe a couple of runs. It's tough decisions here for Temba. No, guys, I don't have access to the Young Star Asia Cup, unfortunately. I think India are playing Pakistan today, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have him go ballistic. Yeah, I mean, if somebody scores a quick fire 20 or 30 here, then South Africa is going to be under real pressure. Yeah. Yeah, it's why I'm saying if we somehow manage to win this game, I'd still add a couple of replacements because I just feel like some of the guys. Yes, I think this pitch is it's not up to standard, kind of like the Newlands pitch, but still some of the shot selection I think from our batters just tells me that it almost feels as if they don't want to be out there fighting. I don't know if you sometimes get that idea. Oh goodness, here we go. Guys, Jaiswal is going for it. He was going for it. Not a good ball from Jansen there. That's the one thing we were very guilty of in our bowling innings. Some of the balls were just too wide. We gave them too much width. And then obviously sometimes we overpitched. Look, we can't deny the fact that this test match has been very exciting. And the same with Newlands. I mean, I saw like how many wickets in one day? 16, 17. It was crazy. No, guys, I thought he nicked that. Oh my gosh, he didn't. Damn it. But I don't think test match cricket should be 2.5, 3 days, guys. It should be at least 4 days. And that counts for Australian wickets. It counts for South African wickets. It counts for India's wickets. See, there we need to kind of compliment England a little bit, guys, because some of the pitches in your series against England, some of them were really great, and some of them were just way too flat for me. Flat pitches as well. I can't stand it. Yeah, come on now, man. Guys, the other thing is that I also hate is when wicket keepers just appeal for everything. Just shut up. That's obviously not out. Who has fourth day wickets? Look, I don't mind low scoring at all. I think 200 to 250 always gives you something exciting. It's like South Africa went through a stage where we just couldn't score 300 in a first innings at home. We went through that stage for years and years. Offset! Yes, that's a wicket. Come on! Woo! Blanky! Jansen! Yes, man! Come on! Guys, that's 0 for 2. Jansen looks fired up now. Do we get Corbin Bosch in at the other end? I think so. Right, now let's talk about this shot from Jaiswal. Maybe this was their plan. They set him up, they bowl wide from the wicket, very wide, and then they just throw one in, and it just kind of straightens a little bit because they knew he was going to poke at it. I think this was a fantastic setup by Jansen. What do you guys think? Whew, guys, shaking. Yeah, but Tristan, look, another thing I want to say about Tristan is they need to stop throwing him up and down the batting order. They need to have him at number 3 because he can't be batting the way that he's batting at number 6. You need your brevis or you need your punt batting at number 5, number 6, right? You need to you need somebody who can move the game forward. So somebody like a Luandre Pretorius, I really think that position it's very close. It's very close for him. Yeah, there's a difference between intent, Mel, and just whacking at every delivery. I think this morning Bavuma, I think Bumrah also tested him, and he threw a couple of balls out wide, and Temba was like, I'm not going to bite because there is movement. Well, there goes. Yeah, look, this is also the thing with Jaiswal, guys. I think he's a fantastic player, but sometimes when there's pressure... Oh, Jansen is on fire here, people. This is the setup, guys. I think Jansen really set Jaiswal up here. He was getting him to try and go for a shot, and then he just threw one in a little bit closer, straightened a little bit, all you need sometimes is a tiny bit of movement, and he knew he was going to poke at it. Yes, so the newspapers are saying Shukman, but I'm not even trusting the newspapers anymore, guys, because the newspapers told us we're going to see runs here. I've actually not been to Kruger National Park. Guys, my family, we didn't always go on the nicest holidays. My parents, yeah, we weren't really the richest people growing up, but my parents both worked really, really hard, and they sent us to really nice schools, and you know, now we're here, we're happy. But no, we never went on any extravagant holidays. We always just got this really small apartment at the beach every year. It's very, very small for 4 people, but it's not really about where you live. It's about, you know, just being there at the beach, etc. You know, kids going to the beach. What are the beaches like in India, guys? Because if I'm going to visit, I'm quite a beach girl. So you need to let me know. I mean, where do I go? Do I go to Goa? India, haven't learned from New Zealand. Yeah. Look, we're just going to have to see first. We're just going to have to see how this pans out. I'm not calling this match by... I'm not calling this at all. I'm too afraid. You don't do that with cricket. You don't say... I literally have never said, guys, I know South Africa's going to win this. Maybe only in the World Test Championship final, just because how I knew that that pitch was going to get better to bat on. Goa, thank you. It's a nice party place as well, right? So in Cape Town, I'm from Simon. They are listening to Sean Pollock, guys. I gotta say, I like this move. I like this move. Bring your 2 best bowlers on. Already he's getting a little bit there, guys. It's just straightening there. Oh, that's fantastic. So I'm from a lot of Indian people, Korean people. I sometimes see Japanese people. They come to my fisherman's town called Fishhook. And you guys come here in a busload. And I promise you, you guys spend more than an hour on that beach, because it's a gorgeous beach, to take pictures. Because it's pretty. So I always enjoy watching you guys on our beach taking 5 million selfies. It's really funny. Mumbai, yeah, everybody's told me Mumbai. I got to get my ass to Mumbai. I said Jansen and Harmer. Yes, good spot there, Vipul. I think this is the right move here. And look at the field placing. We are absolutely suffocating KL Rahul here. The pressure is on. Guys, I'm even sweating, and it's only 7:40. Japanese people, Korean people. It's when, you know how if you travel to another country, you book like package deals. So if I go to India, I'm going to obviously, you know, book package deals so that I can visit this spot, visit that spot. So then they take you to like all the really nice... Oh, that's a ball. That's a ball, my boy. That is... Guys, look how Simon is bowling against a right-handed batter. It's absolutely fantastic. So yes, sorry, a package deal. So one of the places that I think people always come to visit is one of my towns. It's really pretty here. There's like a mountain on... Why? It's the opposite side. It's like a mountain on this side, right? And then there's like an ocean. It's really pretty, guys. You got to come visit here, and it's cheap. Ooh, it's also cheap. The food here is very cheap. In the city itself, guys, it's way more expensive. That's the first run for India. And now here's the matchup. Washington, Rahul. Yeah, Cape Town itself, the city, even for us South Africans, it is ridiculously expensive. It's just one of those metropolitan, it's like a real big city, right? Don't book a package deal. Just, okay, I'll just trust my friends then. I'll trust my friends. This match is 2008 Nagpur. I just want to also hear in my ear what Sunny Gavaskar is saying, because I don't think he's too happy with what Jaiswal did, but he's not really on commentary right now. Ben Stokes, yeah. I was at that match. Guys, the Ben Stokes game. I've been to every single Cape Town game except the years 2017, 18, 19, because I wasn't living in Cape Town at that time. Info from you. Well, that's for a change. That's good, because a year ago when I was doing I gotta give credit to Supersport then. Good morning, have a great day. Thank you, Vipul. Yes, I was there. Right, let's just quickly see here. They've still got Gill here in the lineup, but guys, I'm not seeing Shubman Gill in the dressing room. As a captain, should you not still be there, sitting, cheering your team on, though? I gotta say, what do you guys think of that? I think if South Africa can just keep you quiet for this session, we're already 2 overs in, because after 10 overs, this pitch is going to start really talking and helping. So, oh, yes! Marco Jansen! Woo! Guys, the boy is showing up today. Come on! Geez, we're talking about the spinners being an issue, but finally Marco Jansen is getting that bounce out of this pitch. I honestly feel as though he did not get the surface to really respond to him. The way it was responding for Siraj, the way it was responding for Bumrah. This is absolutely fantastic. Yes, I think I read that about Gill this morning as well. In the hospital. Jeez, guys, I mean, I've done something to my neck, but I've never had to go to the hospital. See, guys, the difference between, I think, chasing a 3-figure score, between chasing maybe something like an 85, something, you know, under 100 feels a lot more gettable, but this 120, 123, I wonder how. Okay, do you guys want me to wait before I scream? Just let me know. Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? I think with this pitch, I think there's a very fine line. I don't think you should go for shots, but I do think you should be looking to get off strike. I was probably at that game. I was at that game in 2014. So every year we would go. Don't ask me much about my memory. I don't think I'm a person that has a fantastic memory. So I was young in 2014. But I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying. The South African team. Oh, here comes Dhruv Jurel, guys. Big innings for him. A lot of talk about the young man before this test match. Excellent. Thank you very much, Vivek. I'm very surprised that Jansen is getting the surface to do this much. I wonder what roller India used. I mean, surely you used the heavy roller, right? Because Jansen is getting this ball to absolutely fly off the surface. Where with Bumrah, I was just checking. Geez, he's such a difficult roller. If you're watching him from this angle, difficult roller. I'm just thinking roller in my head now. Here's Sunny. Yeah, Sunny. Listen. Yeah, Sunny is saying, "Oh, that's not a good ball. That is not a good ball." But Dhruv Jurel, he did well. He put the ball away. That's one other thing that I think India should do, is that, you know, just try and get off strike, get the singles, and then if there's a bad ball, you have to put it away, which is exactly what he did here. No, I don't think it's quite over yet, guys. This chase always keeps changing in the batting order. Lungi, Andrich Nokia, Andile Pechlukai, big miss considering what they bring. Yeah, but guys, the one thing though, South Africa, we've got a real good set of fast bowlers. I will still say I do think, and I hope they do this, is bring an Andre Berger. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but I want Brevis in, I think, and I want a bit of Nandre Berger, and I want a bit of Muthusamy. Because I do think Muthusamy is the type of guy that can give you a 50, 60, 70 runs over 2 innings. Now he's really testing Jurel here. He's like, you go for it. Guys, this is a big test match for South Africa, right? Because you still have people that are saying that we didn't deserve to win the World Test Championship, etc. So there's always a lot on the line when you're a South African, because on the one hand, we get to finals, we get to semi-finals, we've had some of the best teams ever to have played this game. You think of all the superstars that we've had over the years. Oh, he is going for it, guys. Dhruv Jurel is playing with fire here, I gotta say. I do think your best option here is to play straight on this pitch. So there's a lot on the line for South Africa. And then when we do end up winning something, people would want to come and say that we don't deserve to win it, right? So it's tough being a South African, I think, cricketer. It's tough being a South African supporter because it does sometimes feel... So Brevis is actually injured. I'm sure he's going to be back because there's guys will have 5 days now before the next test match. No, Alvin, I'm not getting ahead of myself at all. You know, for India, if there's one partnership, then South Africa is going to start stressing, that's for sure. Oh, but Harmer is just, he is locked in here, I gotta say. He is absolutely locked in. But yeah, India effectively, guys, 5 for 3, 3.1 overs. We've got 12 minutes before lunch. Yeah, I think South Africa, you know, we didn't really get the credit I think that we deserved for beating Australia in the final. This team really deserves more credit. You know, we had a lot of injuries as well in that last World Test Championship final. I'm sounding like a true Arsenal fan now. But it is a fact, you know, we had a lot of injuries. We had to bring guys back like Dane Patterson, who hasn't played for South Africa. Oh! Did he drop that? Did he drop that? Guys, I think Carl Verreynne just dropped a catch. Oof, I don't know. Was that or did that? Look at the turn that Simon Harmer is getting, guys. This guy was getting 10 degrees of turn yesterday. This is 3.3 overs old, this ball. And look at that turn that he's getting. Yeah, look, every run has got to be saved, Temba. But I don't think our batting is pathetic. People look at the fact that our batters average 35, but look, we play most of our cricket in the toughest place in the world, which is South Africa. So you'll also see the likes of Australian batters over the next few years, because look how much tougher it's getting in Australia to bat. You'll see that the Australian batters, their averages are also going to start going down. I'm not talking about a Steve Smith now, but pretty much everybody else. Because that's what it does. If you prepare like pitches where it's tougher to bat, it's only 200, 250 pitches, the batting averages are not going to be high, right? I just want to see if there was a nick on that. They're not really showing. Oof, Simon is on the money here. He is on the money here. Look, guys, for some reason I feel like Dhruv Jurel he's the man in form. He could be a key player here for India. Washington. Yeah, I mean, let's see if he's going to try something different. But fair making a bowling pitch to take the toss out of the equation. Yeah, thank you. I have to say, I do think South Africa got a lot of support. India is a very big country, though. There's 1.4 billion of you, and yeah, there were some comments, but it's a thing of the past now. We did win. We do have the trophy. That trophy is in South Africa. Oh, did he stop that? That went through. He nicked that. I really think we gotta stack the slips. We gotta stack the slips, guys. I wanna really. They need to be stacked like sardines here. We shouldn't leave any gaps. But that's 4 more for India. See, that's too short. Yeah. Thanks, ma'am, for reading book. We played under ABD, JP de Kock and bring experience. I think those guys they've moved on now. You know, a lot of our batters nowadays, or at least then, they retire from Test cricket quite early to play white ball cricket. So what we have now is we have the experience of an Ashwal Prince. Yes, I do also think we need a short leg. They should have had that in from the start. We've got the likes of an Ashwal Prince, right? I don't think there's anybody better out there to help our batters, and it's been working. Look, we scored 9 or 10 centuries last year our batters, and it's been from different batters as well. I think 6-7 guys. So it is making a difference. Our average batting averages are not that high, but it's getting better. Old Australian pitchers, 600 plus runs. Yeah, I think those days, especially not in this Ashes series, because they would be playing right into England's hands. That's for sure. Let's see, Nita. Yeah, that's a good catch from Kyle there. Look, I mean, de Kock reversed his retirement, so maybe, and I also think this is something that we need to look at as South African fans, as international fans, that it's a lot. That's a good take from Kyle Verreynne. We got to give him the compliment there. It's a lot to take for these guys when they play World Cup after World Cup and they get this close, but then they just fall short. It's a lot. Ian Gines is sacked. This guy doesn't listen or follow orders, makes whatever rubbish pitch. So see, this is what I was saying yesterday to people on Instagram, that all week you've got cricket pages, you know, who work, like, who gets their inside info, who speaks about the curator all week. They're saying we're going to get and quite something even, where, you know, there's going to be runs to have for the batters. The seamers are going to come into play. The ball will only, this is the part, the ball will only start turning on day 3. Yesterday morning, the ball was turning 10 degrees. And the first day, I mean, Jadeja, yeah, so, I don't know, man. Has always been a great strength in every era. Yes, I gotta say, we are absolutely blessed with beautiful bowlers. Nowadays, with some great spinners as well. Yeah, Andrich Nokia is slowly making his way back. Andile Pechlukwayo, I'm not quite sure if he's playing domestically. We might see him in the SA 20. Lungin Gidi, similar to India's move. Lungin Gidi is always an interesting character for me, because I feel like in South Africa, he's got 5 fifers written all over him. He was great in England. I think in Australia, he could be fantastic. But it's a very interesting place, right? The subcontinent for fast bowlers, because technically, usually, a lot of senior fast bowlers, they kind of struggle in the subcontinent. But, you know, Rabada is Rabada. And I think with Jansen, he's so tall, you get that bounce, and he can swing the ball. He gets movement. And I don't really think we need more than 2 fast bowlers, right? I think Mutusami could have been in for Mulder in this game. That's my honest opinion. I don't think you need more than 2 fast bowlers. So that's why some of the other guys don't always get picked, because you need to see who can adapt to these conditions the best. And I'm just thinking about somebody like a Dale Steyn. You know, how good was he in India? Next, Steve Smith for India. Oh, it's a big name, I think. It's a big name. Yeah, because I can't see all the comments, guys. It's a big name, Steve Smith. There's not really anybody that I'm gonna compare to Steve Smith, and a big series coming up for him. Temba Hope Bavuma is SA's pride and hope. I support SA just for Temba. Look, what a moment for the crowd to have seen Temba grit it out, fight for his country. Quinny come back. Any kind of fool can see that we lost and we're struggling without you. Yeah, I don't think Quinny's coming back to Test cricket. I think he wants to focus on white ball cricket. I think the ODI format is Quinny's best format. So, yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, you've got Marco Jansen from the one end. You've got Nandre Burger. Those would be my 2 picks, guys, for the next game. I would have a Nandre Burger. I would have a Marco Jansen, if Rabada is still injured, by the way. But Rabada and Jansen together on this pitch would have been absolute fire. Yo, see, now we're talking. Let's stack it up here. Let's give Simon Harmer everything possible to get, guys. So I'm thinking 1 more over, perhaps missing AB. I don't look. I mean, South Africa, we've had some great players, but these current players here, they deserve credit. I think we won, what, 9 test matches in a row we had to win to get to the final. So these guys, it's all them. Spinner turn to number 3 batter, I'm saying in that sense. No, I feel like Berger, I feel like he could have done something on this pitch. Remember, he's also somebody who can hit a 145 clicks, man. So it's generally a good batting pitch. Lots of look, Cape Town. Yeah, that's why that other series was such a shock. That's a good shot, but well fielded here. Who was that? Was that Tristan Stubbs? So that's the other thing. Tristan Stubbs is a very agile fielder. Oh, guys, there's still 6 minutes left. I don't know why this is going till 11:34 a.m. 11:34 a.m. So they're giving us an extra 4 minutes. Do you think Temba is going to stay the highest run scorer in this match? For India to win, they would probably need somebody to score the way that Temba did. I saw this 83 innings and Babar Azam. No, I did not watch that game, but I will watch the game today, right? Sri Lanka, Pakistan, 3rd ODI. That they are showing on Supersport. So I will be watching that. But I'm also going to be watching Yannick Sinner versus Alcaraz. So that's first priority, guys, after this test match, because that's going to be absolute fire. We've been excited, bring the flair. Yeah, I think Dewald Brevis, especially against, look, India picking 4 spinners. Damn, you would have loved to have Dewald Brevis in this side. Yeah, this extra 4-minute thing makes no sense. Imagine India lose a wicket now because there's 4 minutes added extra to the time. Oh, that was a good ball. That's nice, hitting the stumps right there, top of off. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, Rickleton's double century was such a big moment for me. It made me very emotional when they went and named. Okay, so I mean, if Rabada stays injured, they can replace him with somebody else, right, in the squad. So I guess what they're doing now is they're monitoring Rabada, and if he's injured, they'll replace him with somebody. Oh, Jansen is really bringing it here, guys. Jansen is really, really bringing it here. 10 for 2, well, 10 for 3. No, I agree. I've got no idea why Hazelwood was playing Sheffield Shield. You know, you got to rest your bowlers. I feel like the batters can go and bat, but the bowlers, no. Yes, 4 minutes extra. That's what I'm saying. Imagine India lose a wicket in these 4 minutes now, because I think it's ridiculous. Why are you adding 4 minutes? It's stupid. Oof, good ball again. Right, so we're at 6.5 overs now. Should be still another 3 overs before the heavy roller effect is gone. So guys, no home test matches for India next year. Only 2027. That is just crazy to me. The same as South Africa this year, not playing any home test matches. I just hate it. First language, Afrikaans. That's a good ball there. Great. SCG and Newlands, yeah. Newlands, yep. That's born and bred, Cape Townian. Okay, so there isn't a 4 minute. The umpire is not agreeing. Guys, that's lunch. I'm going to go have my breakfast. I will see you guys back. I'll see you guys back probably for the 40 minutes into the second session. I'll be back 40 minutes into, yeah, I'm just checking my time. So 40 minutes into the second session, I will be back. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Muhammad Shami. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of talk about Muhammad Shami. the selectors seem to not want to go that way. Ek weet nie. Dis baie moeilik om te sê oor Jansen, want dis baie hartseer dat ons nie so baie toets speel nie. As jy dink soos iemand soos Rabada, Jansen, hoeveel paaltjies hulle nie kan vat as ons meer speel nie. So hopelik in die volgende, wat sê jy nou sê, maar cycle, hopelik dan speel ons 'n bietjie meer toets cricket. By 40, no, Mel. Maybe 30 minutes into the second session, I'll be back. I just need to go do some of my morning stuff now. But guys, thanks for joining in. I will see you probably